Hello, everyone. We are live once again with a very interesting topic. Just let me know in the comments if you can listen to me clearly. And also, let's wait for some time. Today's topic is going to be very interesting. I think I already posted on my social media channels about the topic which we are going to discuss, resume related. It might be a bit controversial, I would say, but yeah, let's discuss. Just let me know in the comments what do you think, and also just confirm if you can listen to me clearly. My voice is audible. So yeah, once I have the confirmation, I'm going to start off with the topic, and also I will try to start sharing my screen. I need a thumbs up at least from some of you. I can see already people are joining. So small confirmation will help me let move forward, I would say. So how many of you have joined, and where are you, let's say, joining in from? Yes. Okay, I got one of the confirmation that you can listen to me, and also I'll try to start sharing screen. Let's give it a minute or two maximum, I would say, and we can start off with the topic. As I said, today's topic is, let's say, very interesting. Please let me know if you can see my screen. I reviewed 100 plus DevOps resume. Here's what nobody tells you. I think many of you are, let's say, looking for such topic, I guess, and also you're looking to switch your jobs, or let's say maybe preparing for resumes and stuff. Yes, it's visible. Great. So let's not waste a lot of time. I already see people joining in. I see a lot of people online live. So I don't want to waste a lot of time here. So I think we can start with the topic. So as I said, I posted on my social saying, okay, I reviewed so and so resumes and mistakes. I'm going to talk about what kind of mistakes people are doing. So I would like to start with my own experience. For example, if I had to apply, okay, if I had to apply for a DevOps job today using my resume, which I was using, let's say maybe 10 years ago, what do you guys think? Will I get a job today? Just let me know in the comments. What do you think? If I use my resume, which I was using maybe 10 years ago, if I use that, will I get any kind of job, or maybe at least a call if I use the same resume? Um, See, the thing is, I would probably not get an interview. Not because, let's say, I don't have knowledge. No, it should be updated. Yeah. Um, Thanks a lot for confirming. Let's say, putting out your thoughts. Let me take this a bit. Yeah. So not because, let's say, I don't have knowledge, and also, let's say, the reason might be, let's say, surprising for you people, because see, uh, many engineers think the problem is, let's say, knowledge, right? Many of you, uh, I'm also going to write it down. Many of you think that, let's say, the problem is with the knowledge, but after talking to many people, and also after, reviewing so many resumes, doing interviews, and also working across, let's say, different countries, working with different people, the, let's say, truth is, let's say, we are trying to learn too much. Okay, not only me, many people, like, across, the globe, if we see, many people, start learning too much. For example, what I would like to say, so in general, and also today's topic is, let's say, not discussing about, let's say, Kubernetes or AWS, or let's say maybe Azure. We are not going to discuss all of this. My only question in the chat is, what is your current experience, and also what kind of role you are working in right now, and also from which country you are joining in. Okay, just let me know in the comments. And also I'm going to show the comments, people who are, let's say, commenting on my stream. I'm going to display your comments as well. Please let me know in the comments what exactly you are working right now, how many years of experience you have. Definitely you are going to relate a lot with whatever we are going to discuss today. So first problem I'm going to talk about is the engineer. Looks like again I see some slowness in my computer. I don't know, as soon as I start sharing my screen, last live also I think I had the same issue. I tried to shut down most of the stuff, but still, that's fine. No worries. I'll try to go a bit slow. 4.5 years as a manual QA engineer, and I'm joining from Hyderabad. Good, guys. I need your comments so that the live would be, let's say, very interesting. So the engineer who knows everything. Okay, this is, let's say, one of the common mistake which I've seen, and also many people will try to write in their resumes, for example, AWS, okay, Docker, Azure, Kubernetes, okay, Terraform, Python, Grafana. I mean, the list goes on. Okay, I don't want to write all the details. The thing is, many people think that, okay, if I know all of these things, then definitely I'll get hired. Okay, but the real truth is, I mean, I think many of you can definitely relate. I think I talked about this in the past as well. Let's say if I go and ask about, can you solve a production incident, for example, if something goes wrong in production environment, if you come across any kind of problem, can you solve? I mean, they try to list all of these things. Okay, AWS, Docker, Azure, Kubernetes. I mean, the list. Okay, then if I ask them the question, okay, production is down, it's very simple stuff. Can you solve it? Many people will say, yes, bro, I can do it for, let's say, 40%. I can try it for 70%. Okay. And some people say, yes, confidently. I mean, some of them definitely can say, yes, bro, I can definitely solve it. I'll tell you one thing. The problem is, let's say, not about all of these things. Okay. The problem is, let's say, solving the incident. I told multiple times, many people, message me, bro, I learned this AWS. I learned Kubernetes. Can I get a job? Or maybe can I get an interview? My only question to the people who joined here in the live today, I will ask very simple question. Okay. If I ask you one simple question, tell me only one production incident. Will you be able to tell? Okay. One production incident that you worked by yourself, or maybe the team was, let's say, involved. Can someone tell me in the chat, live chat, have you ever worked? I mean, I see one person commented saying, bro, I'm a QA engineer. Can you, let's say, maybe discuss something about related to QA? I don't know. I didn't no need, let's say, Kubernetes, let's say DevOps related stuff. You can talk about, any production incident. Will you be able to talk? For example, Srinivas only. Yeah. Can you, let's say, write something maybe? What do you think? Will you be able to answer that? This is, let's say, I mean, you can tell yes, no, that's fine. It's not like you have to answer by mistake. Let's say it's not mandatory here. Can you answer this thing? Or maybe any other person who worked with, who is working right now, can you answer this? Guys, I need your attention in the chat so that the live would be, let's say, very, very interesting. Let me know if yes, now I can. Okay, great. Now I'm going to talk about, one more interesting, let's say, resume topic. I'm not going to take any kind of names here, but yeah, this is, let's say, the most dangerous engineer. Okay, the most dangerous engineer is, let's say, not the one who knows nothing. Okay, the most dangerous engineer is, let's say, who knows everything. Everything in the sense, I mean, see, I'm going to explain from my own experience, or let's say my own career. I used to learn a lot. I mean, it's not like I did not learn. I was like you guys only, majority of the time. I used to learn, so many different tools out there in the market, doing hands-on stuff, practical. But what I've seen early in my career, um, we had, we used to have, production issues. If we come across any kind of, production issues, at that point of time, my lead or manager who was, let's say, with me, he did not see, okay, do, I mean, Arbaz, my name is Arbaz. So does Arbaz have any kind of, certification? Or does he know, let's say, maybe 100 tools? If an issue occurs in a real environment, production environment, the only thing, okay, the company, the teams, the team leads, everyone will care about, can you solve that incident? Okay, can I solve that incident? This is what actually matters, I would say. Okay, to every company, every HR, every interview, every technical person who's taking the, interview, no one will expect you, okay, this guy should have a certification, or this guy should know all these 100 tools, then only he'll be able to, work as a DevOps engineer. To be honest, I'm telling you, this is what many people expect, and they keep on learning so much, so many different things. But in the end, what actually matters is, can you solve? If a issue comes in production, maybe you will take the help of your documentation, or maybe talk to different teams. You should be in a position to, somehow, let's say, making sure to solve that issue, and also taking, for example, taking ownership around that particular problem. All right, these are, let's say, the real skills companies look for, not, the most dangerous engineer, let's say, collecting all the tools and certifications. So what do you think? I am definitely going to answer. This is a very, very good question. Without mentioning any certification, will resume get shortlisted? So what do you think, man? See, I mean, I do have, let's say, let's say, good points to debate, but I don't want to, go out of the topic. But yeah, definitely, I'm going to come back to your question. But this is a very good comment, I would say. Okay, Srinivas, I'm definitely coming back to your point. Maybe the next point, I mean, the next part which I'm going to talk, I think it will try to clear your question, I would say. But yeah, if it doesn't clear, again, I'm telling you, we are going to discuss about your question. All right, now, I'll tell you one thing. The question the Srinivas asked just now, I'll tell you why resumes get rejected. Okay, especially these days. I mean, in the past, things were, let's say, completely different. Why resumes get rejected? Okay, now imagine. Okay, just imagine, I have, for example, 150 resumes with me. Okay, just imagine I have 150 resumes with me. Now, as a human, Okay, there are so many different tools in the market that we can use and stuff, but yeah, let's say as a human, I would like to see a resume. How does it look like? Okay, I will not spend 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour behind one resume, right? As soon as I'll just try to scan. I take the resume. Okay, so fast. So let's say there are some keywords or topics. All right. For example, resume A we have. Okay, resume A has AWS certified. Okay, then he has Azure certified. All right, Kubernetes certified. Okay, I'm coming to your point, Srinivas. I hope you're listening and also watching. AWS certified, Azure certified, Kubernetes certified. Okay, resume B. Resume B has built a monitoring platform. Okay, resume B has built a monitoring platform which is reducing lot of noise. Okay, something along those lines. I'm not writing it perfectly, but yeah. So I come across these two resumes. Now tell me, which resume will I select? Or maybe someone who is, let's say, reviewing, which is giving more clarity towards, okay, what actually I worked on. Do you think AWS certification, Azure certification, Kubernetes certification is telling you more stuff, or like maybe built a uh, monitoring platform reducing alert noise by 70%, for example? Okay, previous wordings were, let's say, not correct, so I try to rewrite. Now let me tell in the comments. Please tell me in the comments. We have resume A and resume B. Okay, I'll give you the opportunity. Okay, by seeing, let's say, for 30 seconds, 15 seconds, resume A has AWS certified, Azure certified, Kubernetes certified, and resume B built a monitoring platform reducing alert noise by 60% or 70% or maybe 80%. Now tell me, will you select, or maybe will you give a chance to a person to explain more about the project, or will you give a chance to a person uh, to ask about, like, how did you clear the certification? What do you think you will do? Tell me. And not only the person who, let's say, asked this question, anyone can answer this. Um, so what do you think? What you guys will do? So see, I will tell my perspective. Okay, if you don't want to answer, that's fine. But yeah, I'll tell my perspective. I will go with resume B. Okay, because the resume B, I asked this question because as per latest rumors, yeah, I asked this question because as per latest rumors by people of, or whatever they are saying, resume should contain more weightage. More weightage means it's not like doing certifications. So you see, you agreed to my answer, of course, B, right? I think your question is cleared. Now, the question which you asked previously, without mentioning resume, any certification will resume get shortlisted. I mean, I think you already have the answer. So this is what really happens. I mean, I'm telling you, these are the kind of mistakes people are doing. Okay, they think, okay, someone said, I don't know whom they follow, how they follow, I don't know, please, I don't want to take any names here. People say, okay, go and do this certification. I'm not against certification. See, certifications are really good. It completely depends on your skill set. If you want to challenge yourself, I mean, even I have plans to do certifications. It's not like I am completely against it. But in my opinion, the real hands-on practical production experience is way more than just doing a certification. Certification is excellent. I mean, many projects will definitely ask you, many companies, many enterprise projects definitely expect.
it's not mandated that if you have certification then only you are going to get a job, or maybe you have to list. I mean, if it the difference is being seen very clearly here in resume A and B, right? This is, let's say, one simple thing I'm trying to put it down. We have lot of points like this. If I keep on discussing, we have a lot like this. Okay, now I'm going to jump back. I think I don't want to spend a lot of time here. Now let's move back to the next stuff. Okay, I hope this gave a lot of clarity to many people, and definitely you are going to change your resume and your way of writing, how you're going to showcase your resume, I guess. So this is again very very interesting topic: company job description trap. Okay, guys, I'm telling you, 99.99% will definitely agree. I'm telling you, if you have worked in a DevOps world from a long time, especially more than 10 years, maybe 7, 8 years, especially, then definitely you can relate with this job description trap. Okay. What do I mean by that? For example, in a job description, you will have a very huge list. Okay. AWS, Azure, GCP, Kubernetes, Jenkins, GitHub Actions, GitLab, okay, Python, Go, shell scripting. I mean, I can keep on naming. Okay, these are, let's say, only few tools. There are so many different tools. Every company, every HR, every, let's say, hiring manager, they just blindly copy and paste it. Okay, I'm telling you, this really happens even today. Many companies, many organizations, I really hate this. I'm telling you directly to the faces to whoever, let's say, watching. Because see, and also some companies, I think many people can relate, I would say, they want 5 years of experience. For example, latest trending stuff I'm going to talk. Let's say AI automation or AI related stuff. This is going on from many years, I agree, but many people got aware about AI very recently, 3 4 years maximum, I would say. But there are so many companies, they already ask for 15 years of experience, or maybe 10 years of experience. Okay, some companies ask for Kubernetes, for example, 15 years of experience. Okay, there are so many tools in the market which came maybe 5 years ago or maximum 8 years ago, but the companies will expect 15 years, 10 years, 12 years blindly. Once we go to the interview and talk about these things, they will say, yeah, that was a small mistake, it was a copy paste mistake. The expectations are completely different. And also, I'm telling you, many people will see this particular list of shopping cart, I would say. Okay, this is, let's say, a shopping cart which people like to shop. Okay. Sorry for my wordings here, but yeah, this is the real truth. I'm talking here. Many companies are doing this, and the reality is completely different. Once you go, I mean, if you apply for this job, I mean, you don't need to list everything. Okay, whatever sometimes, definitely, if you know something, you are going to write it down on your resume, and you are going to get selected. Okay, once you go into the interview, you will be shocked. There won't be any question. For example, AWS, for you have experience around Azure, the company mentioned AWS, GCP, Kubernetes, Jenkins, whatnot. They will ask you what you wrote in your resume. This is, let's say, one of the biggest trap. Okay, many people, 90%, I will say 90% of the people see this shopping cart, and they think, okay, I do not have skills. Okay, I don't have these skills, let me prepare. Okay, please let me know in the comments how many of you are doing this. They think, okay, I need to do Azure AWS certification, I need to learn Azure, I need to do Azure certification. I need to learn GCP. I need to learn Kubernetes. This is a, let's say, very big trap, I would say. I'm going to discuss one more point. I have to learn Jenkins, GitHub Actions. I mean, people think, okay, this is, let's say, the company job description. Then definitely I have to know or master these things. Then only I can go apply. You cannot master. Even I cannot master all of these things. I'll be very, very honest and frank about this. Even I cannot master with 12 years of experience so far. One particular cloud, 100% I can master, I would say, but I cannot do all of this. For example, I know Jenkins, GitHub Actions, most of the stuff is, let's say, related. I can put it on my resume. See, if I am confident about something, definitely I'll put it on my resume. If I am not, I will remove it. Whether the company is asking or they are not asking, I don't mind. Let the resume get selected. Maybe for one company, my resume will get selected. For some companies, it will not get selected. I don't need to, satisfy all the companies. That is not my role. I need to satisfy one company. Okay, only one company. At least I'm telling you, there are so many companies in this world sitting looking for your skill set. You don't need to, go and match to the company's skill set blindly, especially. I mean, if you have something that can slightly be modified or changed in your skills, then that we can do. But it's not like completely opposite stuff. Okay. Majority of, that's why I tell, do not focus on, tools or, let's say, a specific stuff. Try to focus on skills, fundamentals. For example, networking, Linux, how you are going to secure systems. These are, let's say, the fundamentals. I think I told multiple times about the same topic. Again, I'm telling you, this is what companies expect. See, myself, I'm doing that. I'm not, shaming or blaming someone. I really appreciate your genuineness here. We are trying to, let's say this. I'm telling you, you are a very good guy, I would say. After this live session, the way you apply for approach for companies is definitely going to change. I'm telling you, after a few months, bro, you gave me very good advice and suggestions. The reason, I mean, the way I'm applying for companies, and also I'm telling you, you will definitely get selected. These are my words. Just mark it down. If you struggle, if you have real, let's say, production stuff you're trying to solve, and if you can answer in skills, not only in tools, I'm telling you, definitely you're going to get selected. Now, let me jump back to, let's say, I spoke a lot about this particular topic. One more interesting topic, I would say. See, many people, let's say, focusing on, knowledge. See, knowledge and also more tools. Okay, uh, kind of I'm trying to, let's say, segregate the topic which I spoke above. Many people keep on learning tools, adding tools to their resume. My suggestion is, do not do that. So if you keep on adding, there are 100, more than 200 plus different tools in, let's say, only in DevOps space. For example, if I say, if we talk about, CI CD only, we have GitHub Actions. I'll just name it on my fingers now. Okay, GitHub Actions, we have Jenkins, we have GitLab, Azure DevOps, Team City. Okay, these are, let's say, only few tools which I know majority of the companies use, and also from my own experience, I worked across, all of these things, multiple different projects, same companies, different projects. I got an opportunity to work with, different tools because of, different requirements. It's not like I was liking those things. It completely depends on the project. I mean, so many different things goes on. I would say, I don't want to go into details there, but yeah, there are few tools which I personally worked with. Majority of these things are, let's say, same, I would say. Fundamentals, of course, we need. I mean, you can apply those fundamentals across, different tools. So collecting these things will not give you a job. Okay, if you have strong fundamentals, easily you can, apply for this, let's say, different tools. For example, Jenkins or GitHub Actions. I'm going to talk about, because those are, let's say, more popular, and also you guys can relate. So the thing is, if you have, right skills, and if you are, let's say, if you go to an interview, you should be in a position to convince the interviewer. Okay, you know Jenkins, you can talk about, how you're going to automate stuff, and how you're going to secure the pipelines, how you're going to, do the integration with, different tools like the YAML language. If you are, let's say, for example, confident, and if you are able to convince many people, many interviewers, let's say, will get convinced. Because see, they don't want to, go and hire a person who doesn't know anything. They want to hire a person who knows at least something. Let's say, if their requirement is, let's say, 100%, no one will, let's say, look for 100%. 40%, 50%, if you know. 50%, of course, as soon as, get into the job, anyhow everyone has to learn it. Everyone has to understand the systems. Whatever experience you have to understand. The only difference is, let's say, if you have less experience, you will take more time. If I have more experience, I'll take few weeks or few months maximum. End of the day, everyone should have this. So my honest suggestion is, more tools is not, I mean, more knowledge is also a big, let's say, trap. Do not spend, a lot of time, collecting tools here. And also don't think that, okay, if I keep on collecting, more knowledge or more tools, I'll get more opportunities. That's, again, the wrong way of thinking. As soon as you are learning something, parallelly keep applying. Do not wait to finish your knowledge. The knowledge will never end. Okay. um Guys, I see many people are, let's say, commenting here on the chat. I'm going to answer all your questions. Let me finish the topic which I bought today. Definitely I'm going to answer. My suggestion is, let's say, please stick around till the end. A few more minutes. Once we finish this, let's say, session, I'm going to answer all your questions in the end. I already dedicated some time to answer all your questions. So yeah, um, one important point before, proceeding. Try to, build and break stuff. Okay, try to show some evidence. Not only, just collect knowledge. Try to show the evidence. Okay, you built something, or you did break something, or maybe you solved something. Because see, collecting knowledge is, let's say, a different thing, and also proving that particular knowledge, whatever you have gained, is the real challenge here. If you can show that, of course, it would be, let's say, very very easy for you to, get into the eyes, ears of, interviewers who are, let's say, taking your interview here. Now I'm going to talk again one more controversial topic. I think last session we discussed about this in detail. If you missed that session, I would say go and watch that. Kubernetes reality check. Okay, I have a very very strong, let's say, opinion, or let's say question to you guys, people who are watching this live, or maybe the replay after this live. I'll tell you one very interesting point. Kubernetes in itself is not your problem. Okay, many people think, bro, I don't know Kubernetes. Okay, I get so many messages, bro, I don't know Kubernetes. Okay, can I get a DevOps job? Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I think people might say, no, bro, you're wrong. I completely accept your comments, but yeah, I'll tell my opinion here. Many people think that, bro, I do not know Kubernetes. Can I get a DevOps job? Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Kubernetes is not a problem at all for you. Okay, I'll tell you, the problem is your real fundamentals. Okay, the people who worked with Kubernetes, I think last session we got, so many comments. I'm not sure if you joined this session. These guys, accepted with me. They were, let's say, working on Kubernetes in their day-to-day production environments. So they said, bro, yeah, majority of the time fundamentals are important. For example, Linux. Okay, networking. All right, communication. Last session we discussed a lot. I mean, if you missed that session, after this particular session, if you are interested in Kubernetes related stuff, please go and watch that live session. So for this session, I'm keeping it a bit short. Linux, networking, communication, and ownership. Okay, these are the real skills companies look. Okay, not the directly Kubernetes. And one more point I would like to ask you, okay, the people who are watching this. Okay, if I remove, okay, If I remove Kubernetes from your resume, how confident are you with your skills? Can you get a job? If I remove Kubernetes and if I give you, let's say, outside of Kubernetes, some stuff, let's say if I ask you to solve a problem, will you be able to do that? How confident are you? This is the only question to the people who are, let's say, watching this live. If I give you, if I remove this Kubernetes from your resume, do you think you can get the job? Or maybe do you think you can, handle production by yourself? There is a lot outside of Kubernetes as well in the DevOps space. It's not only Kubernetes. Many people will think, okay, bro, I need to learn Kubernetes. And also many people are doing this mistake. For example, what will happen? For example, Kubernetes disappears tomorrow. What will you do? See, I mean, I don't know how many of you can relate to this, but yeah, this is the reality, guys. I'm telling you, Kubernetes not is, let's say, not at all your problem. Many people will try to ask Kubernetes, but this is, let's say, not mandatory skill at all. I mean, it completely depends in what kind of environment, what kind of projects you are working on. Many companies are doing with working with Docker. I mean, we have so many different stuff in the market available, not only Kubernetes. I think I spoke about in detail. If you are interested, go and watch my previous live. And also, if you are interested, in solving real production incidents, I have one incident production on my top mate. Go do hands-on stuff to get confidence. I'm not saying do not learn Kubernetes. Fundamentals are important here. Okay, I'm not against Kubernetes. Even I work with Kubernetes related stuff in general. But yeah, guys, I see. Yes, we can crack after listening to the your inputs. It's a great class. I see a comment. Yeah, thanks a lot. It's not yet finished. Last few things, and then I think we can go back to the comments and talk. Many people are, let's say, commenting here. So I'll tell you what actually changed my own career. Okay, I'm talking about my own career. So in general, see, my own experience did not come from a particular course. Okay, especially I'm not sure how many courses are out there. I mean, to be honest, I did not do any kind of courses. I mean, I did when exactly in 2013. Okay, almost 13 years ago, I did join some course. I will not say I did not join any kind of course. 2013. Okay, once I got into real world experience, I never did any kind of courses and stuff. I did Oracle DBA back in the days. 2013, I'm talking about Oracle DBA 12C. Okay. I'm not sure what is the latest version right now, but yeah, because it's been a long time. Even I did not work with Oracle DBS, Oracle environment especially. But yeah, so I did learn a lot. I mean, in terms of interview, it helped me. This I got a job as a fresher in general, so it helped during my interview because see, I was doing hands-on stuff. I'm a mad guy, I would say, from the beginning because from the college I was, let's say, not a topper in general. I think I spoke about this already. I'm a 60% student, but once I was doing some course, for example Oracle DBA, I used to sit in front of the terminal and do a lot. I mean, I'm a hands-on guy. I mean, if you have seen my YouTube videos, I never create any kind of PPT or presentation. I don't like it in general. Also, if you see, I try to write stuff on the blackboard in general. Majority of the stuff I like, hands-on stuff, terminal, showing terminal and working. I don't know, I got used to that. It's kind of obsession, I would say. So yeah, uh, that helped me. I think they asked me my first experience was, let's say, very interesting. They asked me about Linux. I did some Linux related stuff as well, and I was very confident in whatever I did back in the days. So they asked majorly about Oracle, DBA, how will you create database? What kind of how to create tables? I mean, basic stuff. Because I was a fresher back in the days, they did not expect much stuff from me because as a fresher, the challenge was, let's say, clearing the aptitude exam, written exam. I'm not sure if we have that right now these days. And the communication, English, group discussion especially, because I think around 100 and 150 to 200 people were in one room. We have to speak for a minute, maximum 1 minute, 60 seconds. In that 60 seconds, they will, select. Okay. I mean, I was, preparing for that topic. I think I already told about this, I guess, in my previous lives. For almost 3 months, every day I was preparing for the topic. I got an opportunity. I spoke about that, and I got selected. That was, let's say, a very funny thing. But yeah, um, it did not come from, let's say, a little bit of course in general in the beginning to get a job. I'm talking about the real experience, not from, let's say, like you learning from YouTube or back in the days. I mean, I'm not sure if someone was, let's say, providing such value on YouTube, especially. It actually came from, taking ownership. I mean, from the beginning of my career, I was in environments where I had to, decide it by myself. Okay, ownership. Okay, from the beginning, I'm telling you, from the beginning, I was very lucky to work in such environments where I had to, deal with. I had to take decisions by myself. Okay, I didn't have anyone to. I mean, of course, I had in the beginning for few months, but with experience, I got to take, let's say, ownership. I mean, my leads used to trust me a lot. Okay, Arbas can take care of, majority of the stuff. That's how my career, let's say, changed. Taking ownership. It can be a small stuff. It's not like, let's say, taking ownership of, production server where, so many people are, let's say, using it. I took that, but I'm telling you, you don't need to do that. Not every person will get such opportunities, especially in the beginning of career. I mean, I spoke to some of our subscribers or followers in the live, saying, bro, I am working in Kubernetes environment. Okay, 3 years or 4 years of experience, I guess. Few days ago, I went Instagram live and they asked me, bro, what do you think? Should I stick with this position? I said 100%. Okay. The reason I said 100% because I myself experienced that. I was in that situation. Okay. Even today, I'm in the same situation. I mean, taking ownership by myself. There's no one to, talk to or, let's say, discuss. Majority of the stuff I try to go online and search. I mean, I got those skills, with experience. Many people see the people who are, let's say, 3 years or maybe 5 years, they don't have guidance. Okay, they think, okay, bro, if I, sit only with Kubernetes, I do not have any kind of DevOps skills. I mean, the people who have DevOps skills, they look for Kubernetes, and people who are doing Kubernetes, they want to move to DevOps. This is, again, a confusion trap, I would say, for many people. I told them, see, if I was in your place, I was already in your place. Again, if I come back to your place, definitely I'm going to stick there. I will learn a lot in 1 year of time. Especially, I'm telling you, if you're a single person, if you don't have anyone, do not worry. I mean, it is a bit difficult. I agree. It's 100 1000% difficult, because I've gone through all those stages. That's why I'm able to speak with such confidence. Okay, it's not like I wrote it somewhere and I'm just, reading it from there. Easily you can figure it out. Okay, bro, yes, bro, you might have been definitely, you were in that position. That's the reason you are able to, speak confidently. I don't want to, prove it or, let's say, show it on a paper that I was in a position. I was there. If you believe, it's good for you. If you don't believe, again, it's good for you. I don't need to, let's say, need a signature from someone. But yeah, I'm sharing my own experience. See, the difference is, let's say, in general. So if a person, okay, working alone, for example, 5 years of experience, I think 5, 4, 6, 8, doesn't matter. They have 10 LPA. I'm talking about in Indian rupees, for example, 10 lakhs per annum package. Okay, if you work individually, 1 year, I'm telling you. Okay, and you are getting a lot of skills because you do not have anyone to ask. Whatever you have to do it by yourself. 24/7 you have to work. It's not like you're working for 8 hours. It's difficult. Once you go to sleep, in the sleep also you'll think about, okay, how should I solve this problem? Even today I do that. Okay, if I come across any problem, I will not get sleep, especially if I'm doing something on a Friday. Okay, most of the times I'll try to avoid deploying infrastructure, especially to the cloud or anywhere on Fridays. If it doesn't work for some reason, I can do it on Monday, but I cannot go to sleep with that error. I'm not sure how many of you can relate, but this is my problem. I'm telling you, even today, after 12 years, it's like I cannot, it's not like I cannot solve that. I have feeling, okay, I have to solve it. Somehow I need to solve this and I have to go to sleep. Sometimes I'm telling you, please do not do this. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock also, I will try to solve problems. Okay, this is not allowed in general, but our brain is, let's say, I mean, my brain is like trained in such a way that if I come across any problem, okay, I have to solve. How this is not possible? Sometimes I'll give it up. For example, it really happened with me. For example, I was doing till 2 3 3:30. I'll go to sleep. After having a good sleep, early morning 8 o'clock, I'll log in. The solution will come in 1 minute. Okay, all of a sudden. I think many people can relate. If you have worked in real production environments, maybe if you have if you have solved problems like this. I'm not sure how many of you are, let's say, in the same boat like me. But yeah, coming back, I think I'm distracting a bit here, I would say. So yeah, see, the point I would like to mention here is, let's say, salary especially. So after 1 year or 2 years maximum, if you are working alone and solving problems, your confidence level will be completely different. I'm telling you, your confidence level is next level. If you go and ask whatever package you feel like, okay, bro, can I ask 30 LPA, for example, okay, or maybe 50, companies will close their eyes and they will give you. Why? Not because you have experience, because you solved all the problems alone. Okay, because you have the opportunity to speak about so many things, and you will be, let's say, I'm telling you, many companies will hire you because these days getting skills like this, for example, is very hard. Okay, companies will look for this. And I told them the same thing, but it's up to the individual how they are going to take this, let's say, my own experience that I'm sharing here, and also during the live which I shared. But yeah, I'll say, if you get such opportunity, do not miss it, guys. 1 year, 2 years, it is a lot of struggling period. I can understand, but I'm telling you, after 2 years, you will say, I did a very good job. I mean, after turning back after 2 years, you will say, bro, thanks for the suggestion. You gave me a very good suggestion. It will be very difficult. 24/7. It will not be easy. Okay. I myself, I've gone through those days. That's why I'm telling you, it will not be easy. But once you pass those years, and your life will be very easy. Okay. I think that's it. I don't want to drag more. If you are interested, maybe next time we can talk about it. Now, one last topic before going, AI topic I would like to discuss here. What exactly is, let's say, AI here? So many people think, bro, AI came, AI will take jobs. I think I told multiple times, AI is not going to take any kind of jobs. Okay, with confidence, I'm telling you, AI is not going to take jobs. When it will take, if you do not have skills, if you are doing some repetitive stuff, if you are in very smaller roles, and there you have uh, huge opportunity that AI will take your jobs. But in general, AI is good at writing scripts. Even I use that every day. It's not like I'm not using it. Even I use that for simple stuff. But the thing is, um, if, let's say, if you have to solve a problem, okay, you should know how to ask AI, for example. Okay, it can be a simple problem. I think I spoke more about in the last live or previous live session. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, um, you have to use AI as a tool. Okay, AI as a tool only. Okay, AI will help you in many ways, for Kubernetes, for Docker, for cloud, for, I mean, I'm telling you, AI can help you boost your productivity. I'm not sure how many of you seen my projects, latest AI projects. Go and watch those projects. They are very interesting. They are real problems. They are smaller problems, not bigger ones. But yeah, Definitely you'll enjoy it. Go and watch that. Again, AI is just a tool, but if production goes down, your manager will not go and ask AI or AI agent. Your manager will ask, okay, go and look at that problem. Again, you are the person as a human who will take that problem, go and solve it. Use AI, use AI agent, whatnot. It's up to you. But end of the day, problem solving is important. AI will solve, agent will solve, human will solve, but some engineer should be present to rectify what exactly AI is doing. I will not talk more about this particular topic because we spoke in our previous sessions as well. All right. Now, one question to the audience who are watching here: if company gives you production access, okay? If company gives you production access and ask you to solve a problem, will you be able to solve that? Let me know in the comments what do you think. Okay? Let me know in the comments what do you think. If a company gives you a production access and ask you to solve the problem, will you be able to solve that? One last point, few last points I would say. After reviewing all the resumes, taking interviews, okay, I came to one single conclusion. Yes, we'll solve. Okay, that's good to hear. I see one comment saying, okay, you can solve. Then you are 100% ready, I would say, for your next job or next interview. I really appreciate you are commenting here and you are showing your interest. But yeah, we'll give at least a try if you aren't aware. Thanks a lot for commenting again. You are active, very active, Srinivas. I really appreciate. I'm seeing you from the beginning. You are very active. I think you are in the session from the beginning. Thanks a lot. I would say. But yeah, one conclusion before coming back to the questions. I mean, if you have questions, you can start dropping it right now. I'll tell you one thing. Do not focus on collecting tools. Okay. Last words. My suggestion is try to build, break. I think I'm repeating this a lot because if you try to build something, break something, you already have evidence. Okay. And also incidents, how you are going to solve. I told, let's say, in some of the lives, in some of the videos as well, majority of the time companies will look for stories. Okay. Story. I mean, I think you guys can definitely relate. Whatever you've seen in this particular live, what do you think? If I have not experienced all of whatever I spoke in this live about my experience, my tools, and my real experience, how I was surviving the environments, what do you think? If I have not gone through all of these things, would I have been able to communicate so well about my story to you guys? What do you think? If I had not gone through all these years, whatever I was struggling or doing, working alone, solving problems, my errors, my weekends, what do you think? If I had not gone through this, would I have been any kind of, I mean, had any kind of stories to tell like this? No, right? So this is what matters. If you can build and break in your own lab, companies don't need, okay, real production environment. I mean, some companies definitely expect. I'm telling you, there is at least one company, okay, one company definitely waiting for your skills. We have so many companies. I mean, you should not get demotivated. Okay, bro, I did apply for 100 companies. I did not get selected, or I'm not getting interviews. I think there is some problem with my skills. Sometimes skills, sometimes also companies as well. It's not like always you are wrong. You have to think the opposite way as well. Maybe companies are, I mean, in my own experience, I'll tell, I got rejected with so many companies. It's not like as soon as I apply for a company, I'll get selected. Even today, I apply for companies, I get rejected. It's just, let's say, part of the process. Not get demotivated. I think I told multiple times about this particular point. Do not get demotivated. Focus on building skills, and also create some stories, or maybe there is no need to create stories. For example, if you build and break incident, for example, I spoke about my production incident on the top med. If you go and solve, okay, you will say, okay, I was trying to solve end to end, let's say, connectivity between services. This is what I checked first. This is how I solved. This was the problem. There was some simple error. Somehow I missed it. I had to add that error and I tested and it worked out of the box. This is very simple stuff. Companies will not expect you, okay, this guy should be 100% ready. If you can answer 60 to 70% of the questions, or maybe talk about your own experience, you don't need to master everything. Okay, this is my way of thinking. Anyhow, once you join the job, or let's say once you do get into the role, you have to learn it, understand it. And once the situation comes, automatically you will survive. Everyone are every day we are surviving. It's not like we are not surviving without solving our own problems. If you come across any problem, definitely you are going to, it is a bit difficult, but in general you are going to solve it. But yeah, overall, focus on these stuff. This is what really matters in your resume, in your interviews. Do not write mention all the tools. All the tools are not required. Okay, now I think I will stop talking. Now let's take questions. Now tell me what kind of problems you are facing. What do you think I should answer? And also, what about doing a live resume review, maybe in the next sessions or maybe in the upcoming sessions? Let me know. Should we do live resume reviews? Maybe you are going to send your resume and I'm going to share or maybe hide you some details, and personal details especially, and talk about your mistakes, what you're doing. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Now I'm going to stop sharing the screen and let's take the comments. I'm open to comments and answer all your questions. Please drop your comments, and I'm going to share one by one. I have so many comments out there. Now, if you have any specific comment, question, please write it down. I'll give few minutes of time, answering all your questions. I hope this session made you a bit aware about, how to write your resume, prepare for interviews, especially. I hope I tried to answer. I think I was a bit distracted. I wanted to share my own story. That would be definitely useful for many people, I guess. So please let me know what do you think about today's session, and also if you have any specific question, write it down. Let's check. I am scrolling up and checking for the comments. So we have, okay, without mentioning any certification, will resume get shortlisted? I think I already answered your question. And also, I think you agreed, I guess, if I remember correctly. What was that? I asked this question because, as per latest rumors by people, whatever they are saying, resume should contain more weightage. Yeah, this is, let's say, a big trap. More weightage means not like adding all the tools to your resume. More weightage means something to show that you built and broke something, I would say. I think you already agreed, Srinivas. I really appreciate. I am from Thapar University. Thanks a lot, man. I hope you enjoyed the session. I am applying for MasterCard DevOps engineering. What would you suggest me to learn before the interview? I don't know why I'm feeling inferior and afraid. See, this is a very interesting question. I'm not sure about the job description. First of all, I don't know about your skill set, and I cannot answer this blindly. Okay, I'll be very honest. I don't want to fake here. So I don't know why I'm feeling inferior and afraid. See, everyone will be afraid. This is a very good point. Everyone has to be afraid. It's human nature, I would say, in general. Even I'm afraid whenever I'm going for an interview or whenever I'm learning something or preparing for something. Afraid means you should not be like, let's say, um, forget everything. You should be afraid. Every human, it's like human nature in general. There are some people who will not be afraid. I myself, I'm afraid in general, I would say, if I'm going for the interview. In the beginning, make yourself comfortable. Okay, first few minutes, I would say, you will be afraid, but once you start speaking, you'll get confidence automatically. Once you answer some questions, okay, focus on your skills. Majorly, my suggestion for you. I don't know when you have your interview. If you are, if you worked in real production environments, most likely focus on what you solved. Focus on, the stories which I discussed few minutes ago. Focus on that majorly. Um, Try to write it down. Not only, just think in your mind. Just write it down. You don't need to speak out whatever you said. Just write it down on a notepad. And do not try to be more, think in terms of systems. Okay, don't speak about tools. We are using Kubernetes, we are using Docker. If they ask, you can mention, but how you are solving problem, how you are, integrating systems. For example, if you're using AI these days, talk about that. Whatever, interesting stuff you are doing, try to tell it from your side, so that the questions will come that way. Don't give them the opportunity to ask anything. Try to initiate, the conversation in such a way that the questions will revolve around your topic, whatever you're speaking. That's, kind of things I'll do. And it's up to you. One more thing, if you are looking for some confidence, try to solve my top mate incident. That's what it's, let's say, optional. It's not like mandatory, because the reason I'm telling you, once you do that, okay, I'm not sure if you are working in real production environments right now, but yeah, if you think, okay, bro, yes, bro, that will give me some confidence, you can go solve that. There is a solution as well in general. First, try to do it by yourself. If it doesn't, if you are unable to solve, then you can refer to the solution. And also, you can search for online. There are multiple problems in that particular incident that you need to solve. That will give you some confidence, I would say, before your interview. Kind of a boost. It's not like it will land you a job directly. It will give you confidence. That's it. I don't want to give you false promises here. So I hope I answered your question. For a person trying to transition, remembering these things is a bit hard. How should we go ahead in a company? So what kind of things you want to remember, man? In general, see, everyone forgets. It's not like I am remembering everything. For me also, it's like the same thing. um See, before the interview, at least 1 or 2 weeks maximum, try to refer to what kind of, projects you're working on. Okay, what kind of, strengths you have. Majorly focus on that. I mean, at least you'll have 1 or 2 strengths. You don't need to be master of everything. um, Try to prepare few things and talk about that only. Okay, whichever, project you are working on right now. That's what. See, remembering everything, the company, the interviewer who's sitting, they also know that everyone cannot remember everything. Even I know that. I'm not expecting you to remember like the exact command or exact syntax. Sometimes people will try to remember command syntaxes. That's not required. I mean, we have, documentation, we have manuals. Everything is like available. You're not going and sitting in an exam where you'll not have anything to read or refer. Interviewer will also know. Majority of the time, they will try to check your approach of, trying to solve a problem. If there's any problem, how you are going to how you are approaching the situation. Try to focus on that, not, remembering everything. Okay, I think I already told about this, but still, that should be your, main focus. I think I answered. I'm applying for Mastercard DevOps Engineering Fresher. Please guide me. Fresher role means, yeah. Um, I think you have to be, doing hands-on stuff, man. You mentioned, I forgot. I think previous comment was also from you, I guess. I did not see that fresher tag in that. But yeah, as a fresher, the expectation should be a bit little. Please go and do hands-on stuff, whatever I have on my channel from the playlist. And also, if you want, you can do the production related stuff, which I was talking about, Kubernetes incident. It's up to you. But yeah, majority of my YouTube stuff also should help as a fresher, especially. I was thinking you are applying for an experienced role. Python coding is required in infrastructure role. If so, which level? I mean, scripting is required, man. There's a huge difference between Python coding and scripting. I'll try to create a playlist in terms of around using Python, especially. My suggestion is focus on shell scripting if you are a fresher. Okay, I'm not sure about your experience, but yeah, focus on shell scripting. Once you know shell scripting, you are going to translate shell scripting knowledge to Python. It will be a bit much easier, I would say. I'm definitely going to create a playlist. Most likely, yeah. See, the thing is, I'm not sure if you have seen my shell scripting series. The goal should be, solving some specific problem. Okay, go and watch shell scripting and try to do the same in Python, for example. Okay, I am giving you as a task or challenge, whatever you might think. Use Python and try to solve that. If not, I'm going to create a new series on the channel in the coming days, not right now. Let's see. I'm not sure. Depends on the my plan, schedule plan. I'll try to do that. But yeah, the goal should be trying to solve some problems. Next, yeah, we can crack after listening to your inputs. It's a great class. Yeah, thanks a lot for your comment. Yeah, it's interesting because we can relate or we can proceed with that kind of situation. We can discuss it. All right, great. And also, I see, yes, we solve. We'll give at least a try. Yeah, I think this was related to the comments which I asked. Companies are not ready for accepting who are trying to transition. Yes, it completely depends on the companies or projects. I will not uh, agree with you 100%, but in general, it depends also how you are showcasing yourself in interviews. See, majority of this stuff is, let's say you are transitioning. If you can speak about your I'm not sure from where you're transitioning, your experience, and try to relate a bit with DevOps. For example, if you are moving from application support or um, I don't know, whatever role you are into, QA engineer or some other role, software developer, for example, and you are transitioning, you have to show that okay, you will be in a position to take care of DevOps related responsibilities, especially taking care of ownership and related stuff. If you can, prove that in the interview, I think definitely there are companies who are going to give you a chance. I'm not sure how many companies you already tried that, um, but yeah, it completely depends. How you are going to showcase your experience. Actually, in my resume, I mentioned AKS, but I know cluster cube based cube admin AKS. After seeing this video, I'll mention only cluster based. Yes, man, that's what I'm saying. See, whatever skill set you have to mention about that. See, interviewer is not asking you, okay, please mention. Companies will have their requirements, okay? If they have Kubernetes requirements, it's not like you have to be master of every service, every command, every concept in Kubernetes. No company will expect that. Everyone is, let's say, master of something, okay, master of particular service. There are so many people who are just monitoring Kubernetes, okay, they are just monitoring. And there are so many people who are working with only little stuff. I mean, even in my career, in the beginning, 2014-15, I was just monitoring not Kubernetes, bar related stuff. I think I spoke about this in my previous live. If you are interested in knowing more about that, you can go there. I spoke more in detail. But yeah, this is very very common. Even today, majority of the people who are using Kubernetes, they are just doing very simple stuff. They're not taking the ownership. It completely depends on the project. If you are having that opportunity, definitely great. But my suggestion, whatever speak about that with confidence. If company needs more, definitely they already know someone with what you mentioned, cluster based kits. That's enough. Once you get into the project, you learn more. It's not like you have to be 100%. Tell it on the face. I don't know, I'm ready to learn. I already learned so many tools and technologies, whatever skill set you have, I can do that. Be frank, I would say. Companies will like, instead of faking, talk whatever with confidence. That's it. I'm applying for Mastercard. I think this guy's again mentioning for Mastercard, DevOps fresher. I'm feeling inferior and afraid their requirements Splunk, but I know that's what I said. Don't need to lie here. Tell whatever you know. Go watch my Prometheus and Grafana playlist on the channel. Okay, go watch that. Do hands-on monitoring, full series, fundamentals. Okay, do that hands-on. Talk about that. Okay, as a fresher, tell that you are following my channel. Go and mention my channel name also. I saw a channel and build whatever I showed on that 2 hours playlist. There is a GitHub repo as well. Follow exact. I mean, I agree. My handwriting is very bad. I think I got so many comments on that. Go do that. Just to talk about that. I am telling you, you are going to get hired. Many people cannot answer interview questions. They are, as a fresher, they will not expect you. Okay. I'm not sure whoever you are. Please go. I don't know how much time you have. Go watch that. Do hands on before your interview. Just talk about that. Tell them I was following this channel. I did configured monitoring from zero. Okay, you already know Prometheus and Grafana. I don't know where did you learn. If you are listening to this, go do hands on. Whatever I showed, follow exactly same stuff. Okay, talk about that. Don't give them the opportunity to ask, Splunk Dynatrace. Tell what you know. Tell about the project you built using my channel. Talk about how you went from zero monitoring to enterprise level monitoring dashboard which you created. Just talk about that. I am telling you, if you are confident, if you are able to answer the questions which you built on from my channel, I am telling you, I'll delete that video if you are unable to answer questions. This guarantee I'm giving you. I'll delete that video from my channel. Go do hands on. Tell about that. Tell them that, okay, I know the fundamentals of monitoring observability fundamentals I learned from this channel. I can definitely apply to Splunk and Dynatrace. Whatever you learned on this channel, I showed about Prometheus and Grafana. Talk about that majorly. Talk about what you built. As a fresher, I'm telling you, no one will, let's say, be able to answer questions. I think the interviewer will also get shocked if you kind of showed that, because this is coming from my own experience. I think no one is showing that. uh, I'm not sure if the interviewer will also know that much, have it, let's say, that much deep knowledge. It depends on their experience, of course. But yeah, go do that, show that. I'm not going to tell more. Write me an email. How was your interview? Do not send me a message. Write me an email. My email is in my Instagram bio. Tell me about your experience. First, learn. Do hands on. Two, I'm not sure when is your interview. Go do hands on. Talk about that. Do not fake it. Okay, whatever talk about that. I'm telling you, you'll gain a lot, man. You are going, you tell them whatever I learned from this project, I'm going to apply in your project. Majority of the stuff might be missing in their project. Try to talk about that. Ask them questions. Are you doing this? Okay, if not, can you, I'll come and improve that. Try to reverse that interview. All right, I think that's it, I guess. Sometimes I feel like confident, and then in technical round I won't be able to write code or pipeline. If they are watching, that feel pressure. I'm a self learner. Go. I think I think I spoke about this. I'm not going to tell you anything. I think I spoke a lot, I guess, here to you. If first do that, and also for the pipeline stuff, Kubernetes related instead, if you want to do that, go and take the paid challenge from TopMate. Okay, that will give you a lot of confidence. I'm telling you, that will give you confidence before the interview. Don't know if I will be able to crack. Can you please explain what are the rounds and how rounds are conducted? I don't know, man. Completely depends on the company to company. I am not the person who can answer this. I hope I think I gave you a lot of stuff, I guess. Recently, my manual QA project got ramped down. So as per my latest upskilling, I have updated my Linux as secondary skill. I got internal project related to DevOps, CI/CD, and Python. That's great. Focus on building skills, man. That's good to hear. No worries. Don't worry. Try to brush up your skills. Try to upgrade majority of the skills. I mean, Try to follow the channel. You'll get to learn a lot. Try to apply those skills which you are learning from my channel to your projects, existing projects. Look at your CI/CD pipelines, security stuff, monitoring if you have. There's a lot I'm sharing, man. Just try to apply those things. Okay. Next, they requested me to send resume. I'm sharing genuinely as 4.5 Q, and now I'm confident Linux, and in future I'll definitely upskill as per project. Yes, that's what, man. I think I'm not sure if you've seen your my previous live. There, I spoke about see. I'll tell you. Majority of the time, skills matter, man. Experience definitely matters. It's not like it doesn't matter. If you give, let's say, the company upfront, if you tell a project, bro, let's say interviewer, bro, or name wise, if you tell, I have 4.5 years of experience just as a QA engineer. I know how things work. I worked with production environments as a QA. I'm telling you. Let's say if I was in your position, like over the past months, over the past 1 year, for example, I was working with 3.4.5 years. You worked with QA. One year, you already shifted to DevOps project. Tell them, okay, because of Ramdown, I got an opportunity to. You have to tell whatever was the situation. Ramdown was there because of projects. I mean, interviewers will definitely relate or get to know about that. And you can say, I learned so and so skills, and also I'm using my past experience as QA. Definitely is useful, like how you are going to solve problems, how you are going to look for logs as a QA. Definitely you are doing that. You are doing a lot of quality stuff. The same experience you are going to apply in DevOps related quality, like how you are going to manage CI/CD stuff. Okay, for example, I'm telling you security stuff. Again, quality, security, ownership. Talk about these things. I'm telling you, companies will definitely like. Okay, the before applying for companies, focus on skills. For skills, go build projects from my channel. Go comment on the channel. If you are looking for AI projects, again, there is a lot on the channel. Check the playlist. Follow for learning, upskilling yourself. That's it, I would say. I am network engineer having experience of 9 years. Can I move to DevOps or software role? Savinaya, I'm not sure. Networking experience means what exactly you did with networking. Networking in itself is, let's say, huge topic. And why do you want to move to DevOps or software role? Don't you have great opportunities in terms of networking or security, cyber security stuff? Because going forward, I mean, there will be a lot of demand, especially in terms of cyber security. I know it's a bit different topic, but if you can acquire those skills, you are more closer to, I would say, you'll have more opportunities over there as well. I mean, it's up to you. You can move towards DevOps as well, but yeah, uh, it depends on your learning curve, your interest, your skill set, current skill sets, and based on that, what your interests are as well. I mean, if there are so many things to answer here, let's say, I mean, I have so many questions. I cannot blindly say in your one line, I have 9 years of experience. Can I move to DevOps? Or I cannot blindly say that. So if you are, let's say, interested, you can book a one-on-one session as well. There we can discuss more in detail about you, and I'll tell you yes, no, which role you can go or not. I will not, give you fake promises saying, okay, yes, you have to move to DevOps only. There is a possibility based on your skill set. What would be, good for you? I'll try to guide you. I will not pull you towards DevOps or maybe software role. It completely depends on your interest, man. So whatever strengths you have right now, and which is, let's say, more matching, for example, cyber security stuff, because we are going to get a lot of jobs, especially in the AI world. Many companies are going to hire security specialists, how you are going to secure environments. So think about that, and then you can book a session, I would say, if you are interested. Of course, I do take weekend sessions. One last comment we have. Thank you so much for your guidance. It's been so long that I have been following you and learning. Thank you. Great, man. No worries. Go do hands on. Talk about that only. I'm telling you, definitely you are going to get selected. And also, let me know if you are getting rejected. Also, let me know if you are getting selected. Also, let me know. That would definitely help our audience. But yeah, I'm telling you from let's say my own experience, my monitoring series is excellent. After doing it, after months of time, even today, I get a lot of views or watch time on that video. I think the only drawback of that video, I agree with that. My handwriting is very bad. In reality, my handwriting is very bad, I would say. I cannot write properly. I used to get a lot of scoldings during college days. But yeah, if you listen, just try to listen and understand whatever I'm trying to tell in terms of concepts. Hands on, majority of the stuff I do it hands on, and also you have GitHub repository. Do it from end to end. I am telling you, just talk about that project. I configured monitoring from zero. There was no monitoring to enterprise grade. This is how I followed step by step. As a fresher, if you talk about this, I am telling you, company will ask you any other questions. Because as a fresher, I mean, if I take your interview and if you come with that experience, this is, let's say, the gold, I would say, for the company who is hiring you, because you are already thinking in terms of production. Whatever I showed you, I was talking majorly about production, how things work in production, right? So use that, talk about it, and also brush up your Linux related stuff, basic. As a fresher, I'm telling you, they will not expect, but just think in terms of production. Whatever I was showing, talk about that blindly. All right. And also, you told to list out what we build instead of modules in terms of many people perspective. Still, we have 10% of doubt. Like, do we really get bit less opportunities compared to the person? No, man. See, listing tools. See, companies have a card. Let's say companies will have different requirements, man. Some companies will take your interview if you have, for example, if they are looking for AWS and you have Azure experience, just as an example. Still, they will take your interviews, and they will check your confidence levels on Azure, for example. If they like it, they will refer you to some other project within their company. There are so many different projects going on with different clouds in one company. If the company is saying, okay, this guy has great skills, this might be useful to their colleagues, because the one project manager will have multiple projects with different clouds, for example, AWS, Google Cloud, or on-prem services. Whatever strengths you have, they will look for that. I mean, even in my own experience, I had such cases. I was giving, I have strengths around Azure, for example, and also Google Cloud. They were asking about AWS. I said, I do not have that. You can ask me any questions, and they were impressed about that. And also I got that opportunity for Azure project, for example. So this will happen. Don't blindly think for yourself. If you have questions, okay, bro, this is getting confused. I am not, see, these are very specific things. I am giving the knowledge for free majority of the stuff. But if you have any specific, you can book a paid session. See, one paid session will also try to answer you so many questions. Already I'm giving a lot of free stuff, but still, I mean, if you think, bro, your suggestion will be very very helpful, bro, for before applying for the interview. That's what I'm discussing in my 15-minute session. I'm not taking let's say 6 months of roadmap, not giving 6 months of roadmaps, 1 year of roadmap. I will talk whatever questions you have, that's it, to the point. Yes means yes, no means no. I don't drag, or let's say tell about something which is not possible. If something is not possible, not possible. If something is possible, possible. That's it. I will not give you false promises. If you have anything specific, definitely you can book a session. We can talk more about it. Okay. I think I already gave you a lot of stuff. I hope I answered all your questions. I think that's it, I guess, guys. We did spend a lot of time. I really appreciate to the people who joined today's session, and it was I very interesting for me to talk and also to answer so many questions. Again, before going, the more you do hands-on stuff, the more confidence you'll get. Okay. If you have any specific topic, let's say video request, bro, it would be great if you can solve this incident. I think many people reached out to me in the beginning of my channel. They asked me to create content. I created that content. They spoke about that in the interviews. They got selected as well. I'm not naming the people here in general, but yeah, many people got selected. If you have specific topics, you can of course reach out to me, bro.
can you please create content around this particular topic? I'll try to write it down and create around that. Go do hands-on project. Go watch hands-on incidents, AI related stuff which I did recently. There's one last video and then I'm going to move forward. Something interesting, let's say, running in my mind. I'm thinking about that. Let's see going forward how things are going to change. I'm planning some interesting stuff on the channel. For now, I think that's it, I guess, for today's live session. It was really nice talking to you, and I see a lot of active participation. I think that's it, I guess. All right. See you. See you in the next live session. I'll try to come up with a different topic. See you around. Bye bye.